welcome into your reading. This is going to be your spooky season reading. So in today's video, what we're going to do is connect to your spirit guide or your spirit team, just in celebration of spooky season. Okay. I'm calling it spooky season because everybody has different belief systems. So happy Samhain, happy Halloween, happy Day of the Dead, and whatever other traditions I'm missing here. So we're going to just see what your spirit guide wants to say to you, since at this time of the year, the veil is thin and it is just a little bit more easier for us to connect with the other side. I just thought that it would be a good idea to do these types of readings for everybody at this time, and hopefully you get something out of it and it helps you in some way. So we're going to start off by calling in the spirit that wants to come through, by pulling a card that represents their energy. And then we're going to get a sense of what your current situation is. How does spirit helping? How are they helping you at this time? And also what they want you to focus on so you can better help yourself. And then if spirit can ask you, or I'm sorry, if spirit can say anything, what would they tell you? And then we're going to go into a couple oracle cards for the season, just to see what type of intention work or witchcraft type of work you can do that would help you make the best of the energies at this time. All right, Libra, please. Which spirit is coming through for the Libra group that I'm reading for today? Wow. So I have not been taking two cards. I've only been pulling one for each sign, but I'm going to take it. You have Judgment and the Chariot. All right. Well, there's a lot going on here. Okay, so this reading may just be a lot of energy for you. Judgment is an energy of right now is the time, right? It's like you're calling. Okay, so this spirit, whatever guide or whatever team this is coming through at a time for you where you sort of just need to like really show up and really step up. Okay, there could be a lot of like requirements or expectation from you right now, to not drop the ball, to follow through, to like do what you say you're going to do. There could be people relying on you. And this spirit does really, really good with moments like this. And it feels like by you needing to go through this big moment in time, it sort of woke it up. I'm also getting there's two spirits coming through, but we'll see. Because I'm focusing on this one, and this one seems very different. But we're focusing on Judgment and this guide here. It's like, I was saying, by you needing to go through this big moment in life, it woke this guide up. Like it's like out of hibernation. It's almost as though you haven't worked with this guide, or this guide hasn't worked with you in a while. Okay. Like something happened in life where it was required and it was like present and it was at the forefront of your spirit team for so long, and it just went dormant. And I want to say, I'm like so strongly, you felt and you knew when this guide disappeared. I don't know if this was like a conscious thing where you knew, or you just like, you can think of the moment in time, and I'm getting like a few years ago or something like that, where it just stopped and you felt it. You felt the disappearance. You felt the lack of like a certain energy in your surroundings and within you. If you have experienced a lack of energy, if you've experienced a lack of motivation, or like there's like your old self and who you are now. Okay. And even if there's a lot of similarities, there's something different. something's lacking. But this lacking thing is about to come up again. And this is why this spirit guide is showing up again. Does that make sense? I don't know. Could be anything. Okay. And it's like a spark. It is a light. It is like a firework. And I'm getting ignition, and that could be like the chariot as well. But like ignition, or like starting up. Something's starting. And they're here for it, and they're all about it, and they're going to help you through it, and they're excited to be back, it feels like. And they know that this is a big time of life for you, and they're ready to go through these moments with you. There's also this energy here of forward movement and the balance. Even though the chariot is not necessarily like Libran, there is still something about the balance of the light and the dark, and how you can create and cultivate the path that you need to be on by balancing and using both sides of self to your advantage, and working and allowing them to play off of one another. You're creating a path, or spirit is helping you create a path. Spirit is creating a path. And you're about to go, and it feels shaky right now. It feels shaky right now because you may have not yet integrated two aspects of self, or two aspects of something. Okay, and so this spirit guide is sort of like redirecting, right? Like you go off because the steering wheel metaphorically veers the car to one side, and spirit guide comes back and brings it straight again. And then you veer off, and then spirit comes back and straightens it out. Until you realize that you're the one that's creating this moment, these moments. You're the one that needs to create a routine and a practice where you're consistent. It keeps needing to like course correct you because you're not consistent. And that's what it wants to show you. That's what it's trying to tell you. And it's also telling you that at this time of life, you need to put this thing, whatever it is that you're starting up again, at the forefront. And if it's not something that you're starting up again, it's something that you really, really want. Like even if it's a new thing, but it needs to be priority. It needs to be taken seriously. And it needs to take precedence over other things in order for the path to be created legitimately, to be created, how can I say? Like, I want to say the word like a healthy path, but like just a solid, clear path. Maybe the path isn't clear yet because you're not consistent. Once you start to put this thing at the forefront and make it a priority, the path will start to be clear, because spirit can't do it all, right? So when you veer off the path, it's constantly redirecting you back because this is where you're supposed to be going, and you're not paying attention, or you're not taking it seriously. But at the same time, that's as much as it can do. Okay, I feel like this side, whatever spirit this is or whatever, that's as much as it can do. Like it can just redirect you back, and it'll do that forever. Okay, it's not saying that it's not going to stop. It's going to stop doing that. It'll do that forever. But for you to realize that that's as far as this can go. However that looks for you. This one, on the other hand, is like ready to get started. And I'm also getting that it's providing you with a creative mind. It's opening your mind. It's helping you see things from different perspectives. It's helping you see more bold, colorful perspective on life that maybe you didn't have before. And I feel like you may be learning something new here. And it's also going to help you with this journey of learning something new, of opening your mind. Okay, we already said that. So that's how these spirits, or this spirit, is coming through. And when you need to communicate with these spirits or this spirit, remember these things that I'm saying, because they're going to show up some way. Topics around following the right path may show up. Driving vehicles may show up. This spirit may be a spirit that helps when it comes to like movement, and you having to get from one place to the next, or you having to communicate from one person to another, like things that go from point A to point B. Okay, this is where the spirit resides. Okay, it could be very mercurial. It could be like a quick moving energy. So things to look out for here when you need to summon up the assistance of this spirit. And then, of course, for this one, I feel like this one just resides within your inner knowing, like your inner being. Okay, I'm also getting it's not just the brain, it's also the belly. Like it's heart and mind together, or it's intuition and mind together, or something like that. Like one fuels the other. Or like you're the baby. I don't know why I'm getting that. Like a baby. Like you're the baby, learning and breaking open its shell, and there's like light shining out of it, like something's being born, something is being created. And for some of you, a soul, right? Like if you find out that you're pregnant at this time, like that baby, that soul is this spirit guide. Okay. If there is like a new birth in some way, that's where this spirit guide is going to be or reside. But there's something about like incubation. And if something that you've been incubating, whether that's metaphorically or literally, is in your life, that's where this spirit resides. That's where you can communicate with it or something like that. But in general, I do think that your spirit guide is like just readily available. Okay, there's nothing standing out to me that's like, oh, you could only summon me when you look into a flame, or you could only summon me when you are in water or something like that. No, I just think like it's like at any point, bam, right there. Okay, so if you need answers, if you need, like, just follow your head and your heart, follow your head and your gut. Like the spirit, like your guide is there. Okay. All right. What's your current situation for the Libra? No. I'm also getting the sunsets and the sunrises. I'm getting like lights, like if you're in the dark and you have lights in your backyard, or you're at a place where there's a lot of like twinkling lights or something like that. Like if you see a light on the corner of your eye, that's also like an orb, like, or auras. Auras is coming through, like seeing color. And then like once you see different shades of colors and then you start to get to know what the colors stand for, that's also something else, that another way to connect with this spirit. All right, current situation, you have the 3 of Wands and the 9 of Wands. 3 of Cups. Okay, I feel like you're just full of guides. Like now there's 3. Anyway, so 3 of Wands, 9 of Wands. You're protecting something. Your guard is up. You are weary and cautious of something going on around you. Yeah, you need to accomplish something. You're working on it. You know it. You know that the time is now, that the time is near. I don't know, like the feeling of protecting, like you don't want anybody to touch something. It's like any external energy that may know of a thing, that may ask you a question about this thing, that may like change it, or I just their energy alone touching the thing is like you're trying your best to avoid external power, external intention, messing with whatever this is, because you started something and it's in play, it's en route. Okay, it's going, it's creating itself. It's like it's not in the beginning and it's not in the end. It already started and it's already taking form, and you know it's taking form. You're involved in the formation. um you're in control of this thing, and you just don't want anything else to come in and jeopardize the work that you have done so far, because it's big stuff here. This is the type of stuff that gets you recognized, that gets you noticed. This is the type of stuff that makes you just feel like you accomplished, and you won some, you did it, like the energy of like I did it, right? And maybe you already feel like that, right? Once you started this process, you already feel accomplished, but it's not over yet. Okay, it's not like if there's an end, it's like an ongoing thing. But it's also going to help heal something at the same time. This thing, it looks flashy. It looks great, right? Like on paper, but it's also healing and fixing a problem at the same time. And that's probably why you're so cautious about it, and you want to maintain the secrecy, and you want to maintain the control of the situation. Okay, because it's already, like I said, in motion. In motion, one thing is leading up to the next, and it's leading up to the next, and on and on and on. And it's like, okay, we're on point, we're on course, we're doing good, and it's taking you somewhere here with the Chariot energy of the spirit guide. The Four of Swords over here, it is fixing something, and it's creating a nest. It's giving you an opportunity to feel what's the word, like safe and comfortable. Okay, this thing is making you feel comfortable and safe and secure. So because you're feeling these things, you're able to really work on your heart. And I'm also getting something about the blood that's pumping to your heart. Like, I don't know if some of you need to see a cardiologist or are having some heart concerns or something like that. If that is the case, this is an indicator to get yourself checked. But because you feel secure and comfortable again, it's allowing your heart to heal, whether that's physically or symbolically. Okay. If you're not sure whether or not you're going to do the thing, or if you're waiting for an answer and you don't want to tell anybody about it yet because you don't have the answer yet, it's coming and you're going to get the answer, and the answer is going to be yes. Like, you're going to feel really good about it. Okay. And even if it's like not what you think, okay, because that could also be a situation happening here as well. Sometimes it's not what we think. And it could seem like a frustration here with the Nine of Wands, but in the end, you'll see that it was the best thing that could happen. Okay. Again, your consistency is so important to the success of this situation. Like, I cannot stress that enough, because this spirit can only do so much. This is the type of spirit, or this is the type of situation where it cannot do all of it, right? There is a high level of action that needs to be taken on your part. All it can do is try to keep steering you in the right direction. Okay, what does the Spirit want you to focus on that is best for you in this situation? Healing earth, the power to give and receive healing. Oh no, I can't pick up this card. Okay, healing earth. What does the Spirit want you to focus on? I mean, we already talked about healing with the Four of Swords, but this is, what is this? This is a little different. I'm getting family. I'm getting land. The Fool. I'm getting consecration. Like, there's a place, it could be your home and it could be your land that you need to consecrate. It could be like a relationship as well. But it's like putting ownership over land, I'm feeling. And creating and putting the intention that it is a sacred place. It's a sacred being. It's a sacred entity. The power, like not taking this for granted is what I'm getting as well. Like something to focus on, not taking your situation for granted, not taking this blessing for granted, not taking the blessings in life in general for granted. Like being intentional about everything you do, being present with everything you do. And when you put energy, whether that is spiritual energy or literal energy, like you're working on something, like even the work that you're putting in, it could be your day job, even not taking that for granted and putting sacred intention work on this. It's like blending the mundane with the spiritual. The most mundane of chores, the most mundane of things can have a spiritual intention. Also focusing on this new start. Yeah, this new start. Like this needs to be, again, I know I'm reiterating, but it needs to be your focus. It needs to take priority, this new thing that you're working on. How is Spirit helping you? Oh, 10 of Swords. Okay. It's helping you transition from one thing to another. It's helping you cross the T's and dot the I's. As in finalizing things, closing things out. And it's helping put you in the right direction. Like this is so clear. Okay. It's creating the path, like I said. As long as you're aware of it and as long as you follow through, you're following this path. It's just so clear. Like you're closing things out and you're moving on to the next. And that's how it's helping. If Spirit would want to tell you anything, if these spirit guides or this spirit guide would want to tell you anything, doesn't have to be about this reading, what would they say? It's a short reading, but it's such a beautiful situation that you have going on here. Like you should feel proud of yourself. You should feel good about it. It's fast moving, and Spirit is helping with that fast pace because maybe you want it to move quickly, maybe you need it to move quickly. So it's helping with the pace. So the message that Spirit would like to give is unbound, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. Yeah, letting go, and it's helping you close these past versions of self or past situations out. Okay, in the mundane, it could look like you're leaving one job. It's helping you close things out and give your responsibilities away and transition somebody else into your role, blah, 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 so you can move on to the new thing. That's an example, okay? It could be other things. It could be you're leaving a home, you're leaving an environment, you're leaving a relationship, but it could also be you're leaving a sense of self and maybe who you were before you had to really step up and take something super seriously. Maybe you were just chilling, living life, right? Like nothing was serious. You didn't have to take anything serious. And now all of a sudden this thing falls in your lap. It's a good opportunity. And you know that you need to put all of your effort into it, right? So you're closing out this old cycle of relaxing, of not really having responsibility, so now you can start this new thing that requires all of your focus, requires all of you. Does that make sense? But like undoing previous patterns and learning new patterns, creating new routines and ending with old routines, things like that, unbinding yourself. Sensitivity. The frequency of sensitivity helps us open to the world of subtlety and detail while anchoring in a structural foundation, thus supporting us to become more fully multidimensional. What I'm getting with this is I think that the spirit enjoys and appreciates your sensitivity to it. Okay, I think that it sees your sensitivity as a virtue, as a positive. And because these two cards have to do with what would spirit want to tell you, if it could tell you anything. And it's telling you that you're a beautiful, sensitive soul and that they love that about you. Okay. And because of that, you're able to connect with them and really acknowledge their presence. And just by you acknowledging that there is something guiding you, whether you know it's this specific spirit or just God, source, spirit in general, that's enough for them to feel appreciated and not like as though you're not taking it for granted, right? Like they love that about you, that you're such a good soul. All right. Now we're pulling from the Oracle of the Witch, just to see how you can better work with the energies of Halloween, Samhain, Day of the Dead. Oracle of the Witch. What's good for the Libra? Ooh, coven. Okay, getting your friends together, getting people together. Dedication. Yeah. If it's not you just having a good time on Halloween night and, you know, doing some rituals and some witchcraft or whatever, and this has to do with like this situation, dedicating yourself to the people involved for a common good or a common cause, right? Like believing in this thing that is not just about you, but it's about a group of people together that can accomplish this in some way. And I think that one of the blessings that may come your way this season is camaraderie, or like meeting people who have the same interest, who are like-minded or kindred souls, things like that. Oh, lovely. Potions and spells. A pinch of this, a dash of that. Be sure you're sure before you call. I think just good old fun, intentional witchcraft work, right? Doing a little ritual, calling the corners, you know, casting a circle, putting your intentions out there, working with the elements, making sure that you have your altar set up, you know, coming up with whatever it is that you do that you need, right? Maybe you need more focus, or you want to make sure that you do this right, and you want the cooperation and the support of your spirit team and your guides or your gods, goddesses, whatever, right? Like just really paying homage to them and giving thanks, right? As a witch, if you are male or female, you know, you definitely want to make sure you do some sort of recognition and acknowledge your deity or, whatever it is that you believe in at this time. So just, take some time to do that, have fun, but also connect, right? Be sensitive to the energy that's around you, and maybe you'll be able to summon up one of these energies and communicate with it as well. All right. Well, I hope that helped, Libra. It's a beautiful reading. Good luck with this situation. Have fun in during Halloween. Yeah, like the video if you got anything out of it. Subscribe to the channel. But otherwise, we'll see you on the next reading. Okay. Bye.